Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. I'm just going to have a walk around, show you our storage unit, which is coming along very nicely. So we ran short of blocks. We ran short of blocks, and so that cost us a little time. But now we've had it. We've had two of the young boys working on digging out earth where they can find it, where it was dug out for our carport for the bus. But this is the interior now, and the brickwork has come up as far as it's going to, and on top of that will be placed a wooden plate. Now this is where our sort of connecting hall will be, and the brickwork will come up to the same amount. We're doing slightly wider doorways which will accommodate a wheelchair. It's very unlikely that this will ever happen because the accessibility to actually get to the building in the first place is pretty forbidding. So not sure of that, but because this will also be used as a workshop, then a wide doorway is no bad thing. Once again, slightly wider doorway, and what will happen, if you can imagine, we're going to have to get from this level up to the level of our door. So a wide step when you exit the house, there'll be a wide step, then another step, and then that will bring you down to floor level, which will be here. Now, just debating whether we should have another doorway in there. Probably it'll be one of those things, if we don't put a doorway in, we'll regret it. And if we do, we'll wonder why we ever thought we would use it. But anyway, that's what is looking at there. Can't quite work out what the logic was there in doing those little toadstool looking things. I really wanted that to be much more substantial, and we'll have to address that again so that the concrete comes up and under the support beams for the floor. On some things I try to step back and allow the workers to do what they do, and generally speaking that works very well, but not always. As in the case of those supports there, my reasoning on that would be to underpin the floor, and what's happened there is not going to do the job. So it needs rebar in there. It needs actually a large block of concrete that will come up and under and support the actual beam in case that wooden beam ever fails. That's the whole idea. So we'll be readdressing that once we get the storage unit to a point where I'm going to take over. So we're looking very good, very happy with the addition, and well, what can I say? We'll be having workers tomorrow who will be putting the upper framework in, which was exactly what we did with the guest house. So same design, same basic traditional look, and we'll be putting a mat on, and then on the inside a little better a finish than was in the guest house, but we'll we'll look at that. I'm going to make the doors. I'm going to build the walls, the inner walls, and shelving units, and that will be done in metal because it's easy to work, light, and it's not a hassle to get up here. So, and it's dead straight, so that's a big thing, and it makes building very much easier. So at some point, of course, all of this outside where the cement mixer is, a pathway right round and to the house, this probably is going to be knocked down and something else put in its place, probably in blockwork and concrete, but that will be sometime in the future. And we will be blocking out and under these areas here. Under here we'll be blocking right up there, so we dig a footing, put some little concrete down there, and then block that area up. So that will be a big thing. Now, heaven knows why that pot is there, because that pot has black paint in it. Sometimes when things are moved and shifted about, and really don't know why, and actually I never find I never find out the reason, but things get moved and things get done, and sometimes it remains a mystery. Well, so that's our little work in progress, which we did in a hurry before it gets dark. Very disappointing news on the bus. Had to have some work done on the bus, a new water pump, and some of the work that had to be done to strip down the engine. It was quite a bit of work, cost 3,000 plus parts, which, let me see, what were the parts? The parts were 3,000 as well, 2,900. Not a huge amount of money when you think about the amount of work that was done and the parts that were there. The parts 2,900, and some other stuff that was bought by the mechanic for the gasket and so on. So we had actually thought that we needed a new battery, and the new battery was nearly $6,000, 6,000 pesos. So the mechanic's going to come up to what we were expecting to pay on a battery, which we had no idea whether it was the answer to the problem, that it wasn't starting. And then there was some overheating. Overheating in vehicles here seems to be a continuous, ever-present problem. Just one of those things. That, coupled with how rough our path is, and how hard it is on the vehicles, and you have a recipe for high maintenance costs. So this is a foreigner in the Philippines. Thanks for looking in, and more news soon. Bye for now.